In 2023, the film industry saw a total box office gross of almost $9 billion, making it one of the most lucrative industries in the entire world. Luckily, LHS students who are interested in the industry just got a new way in as a club opened its doors, the Student Filmmaking Club.
I pretty much take a hands-off approach. Kiefer seems to know what he's doing with the planning, and the students are all really helpful. I see them volunteering for the roles, and seems like the work gets done, so it's a pretty good, almost a collective endeavor.
On December 10th, the club gathered for the first time outside of school to work on their first real project. This first project is a parody sequel of the famous Christmas film Home Alone. On top of getting to sit through their 3-hour-long filming session, I also spoke to the club's co-owner, Nick Killway, to ask him some questions about the club and the industry as a whole.
My name is Nick Killway. I was the producer/cameraman on Home Alone.
Even a student film is far too much work for a single person to accomplish, often requiring 5 to 10 people with important jobs for even the simplest scenes. This film was no different.
There were about 8 titles, and then there were people helping out those 8 titles. So we had about 12 people in total, I believe.
This single day of filming was far from all this small project entailed. Killway went on to list 6 other complex steps that the crew had to work through to make the film come to life.
The filmmaking process went a little bit kind of like this. So we had originally come up with the idea to do a Home Alone parody. Once we had the idea, we started brainstorming what we wanted it to be. We had written the script, we had assigned everybody jobs and planned a day for filming. Once the day came, we filmed. It went pretty well. Then it was shipped off to post-production, which involves editing and movie posters, promotion, all that stuff like that.
Beyond all the general challenges of filmmaking, this peculiar project also had one big difficulty: the inclusion of 2 child roles.
The hardest thing to film was probably the beginning scene with the 2 kids. I don't want to say it's difficult working with them, they did really well, but it was definitely a challenge just because it was a big amount of people, and especially working with kids is kind of unpredictable what they're going to do. So it was kind of hard to make sure that we all hit our marks and they all hit their marks.
Filmmaking is an ever-evolving field and skill, and requires a willingness to always change and adapt if you really want to be at the top. As students, this has never been more prevalent than it is for the club members like these. They always have to be looking for something to take away from it all, ways to improve themselves and ways to become better filmmakers.
I definitely learned that we should give ourselves a lot more time than we think we need, because I think we gave ourselves about 3 hours to film, and most of that time was taken up by that first scene with the kids. So I think we just need more time.
Linganore's Student Filmmaking Club is a great way for students to make their way into an incredibly difficult industry, learn the ropes, work on real projects, and do so all while having fun alongside their friends.
I hope that my students become very rich and famous and remember who their faculty advisor was back in high school.